Caesar is traveling.
You'll cut the good shark. It's a very valid way to go about things. Oh, we got a few more minutes. So if I leave the Empire, I think we will quit.
Caesar is traveling this month on a matter which need not concern you. I, the Emperor's proconsul for Roma, shall explain your next assignment in his stead. Caesar decreed that the Empire shall now grow northward, beyond our traditional Alpine boundary. Create a medium-sized city in Gaul, and meet the more ambitious ratings that he has defined for you. You will not encounter any armed resistance, and won't need to build defensive works. However, a small tribe of natives already lives in your new province. These barbarians will not trouble you if you stay away from their village. Use the risks overlay to see the area they claim as their own. At some point, build a mission post on the natives' land. Your missionaries will teach them some rudiments of civilized conduct. Eventually, they might even trade with you. If you see carts moving between the native village and your city's warehouses, the natives have accepted your presence, and you can safely build on their land. If you handle them properly, the natives will be no more than a minor nuisance to your city's growth. The rugged terrain is probably your true challenge. Some Roman philosophers believe that the very wildness of the northern lands explains why the people there have remained so primitive throughout the ages. The local Gauls will be awed when Lugdunum achieves the levels of culture, prosperity, and peace that Caesar expects.
Okay, so we're on to Lugdunum, one of my favorite maps. Old Kentucky Shark's letting me know my mic is much quieter than the game. I adjusted a few little features. Is it better now, or am I still a bit quiet? All right. Okay, so we're doing better now. Great. Yeah, so Lugdunum. We start with well, not very little, but not that much money. We have to get some modest prosperity goals. The bigger challenge on this map is the space constraints. We don't have and kind of awkward position of agricultural land. And by the way, if anyone wants to be a mod on this challenge, I've decided that the challenge will be to clear this map in less than an hour on very hard, following the same rules as the DDR Caesar 3 challenge. So if anyone feels like taking up that challenge, just feel free to DM me on Discord, and we'll arrange a time when I can watch, because that's the main thing. I want to be able to watch it. Okay. So, we have only one option for trade, and that's Lugdunum. So let's set that up right away. I know Caesar will be demanding pigs from me. Well, meat. So we can do the somewhat cheesy thing and put a farm right here. So we'll have a pig farm right there. Hey Joanna, how are you doing? A quiet stream. Do you mean in terms of like it's a chill thing, or is the stream actually quiet? And we'll go ahead and Put a little smattering of housing there. So this will take care... Oh, why did I build a prefecture? We don't need a prefecture on this map. Gotcha. Yes, exactly. So if you have a big pile of points, you can redeem them and make me play a Nintendo game. I consider it part of my education in terms of being a better gamer of some sort. So we're going to be... you think I need to import more oil? I will eventually need to import oil, but not just yet. For those not in the know, C-Space is referencing my failed Caesar 3 challenge attempt when I went bankrupt importing oil on Lugdunum. And I was too frazzled to react in time. And there we go. That should be all the supplies needed. And I think I went into a very amusing amount of debt. It was like negative. No one's requested anything yet. So if you have the points and you put in a request, you will be the first ever to put in a request. Wait, was the original Trials of Mana on Nintendo? Oh dear. What have I gone and opened myself up to? There's probably going to be some very miserable games given to me. SNES, Well, request whatever your heart desires. Whether it's a game you really enjoyed or a game you want to torture me with. I will play it, at least for 2 hours. I'll give it a minimum of 2 hours. So we need some temples just to keep the gods off our backs. This is just the initial industrial town. That's going to keep everything running. Well, then, you can... you were born in 2000? That, it hurts me when I know people that were born in, 2000 or later. Because then I feel old. Makes me feel very old. Let's see. I most felt old when I was a supervisor at the hotel, and I started working with people who were born after 2000, and I was like, wait, you're old enough to drink? And they're like, yeah, I'm 21. I'm like 20 years old. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so old, and yeah. That feeling has never stopped. Alright, we should probably hit unpause. Oh, one more thing I need a doctor. We'll put a doctor. And I've put everything right up next to here because the traders will come in and immediately buy stuff. And this place should be accepting weapons. And this one is going to be accepting meat. Oh, we'll put it at a nice chill speed. And this was not nearly enough housing as I suspected it would not be, so we'll need to add in some more tents. This will be a little tent village here. Oh, yeah, I want this to have a semi-decent loop. So we're going to move that warehouse across the street. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I want it to look nice. Somewhat nice, anyway. And we can even fit a handful more tents in there. Oops. Well, it doesn't really matter because these guys are never going to be evolved, and I'm probably going to delete most of this later on. I feel a little guilty. I posted in JJ Cord that was going live, and then JJ immediately posted his own post. I try to have a rule for myself that if I'm going to post in other people's Discords that I'm going live, at least do it when they're not streaming. But I just barely snuck it in there before JJ went live. Okay, it looks like we have just enough people to keep all this industry running. If I put down some plaza, we'll be able to hit in a handful more, and we'll have minimal unemployment. So at the start of the game, this is really an ideal setup. You have just the minimum amount of industry required to max out your exports, and yeah, and you have so few people in your city that you'll be rolling in the dough soon enough. Well, unless you have landslides, in which case the traders can't come through. But that's okay. We'll pile up our weapons, and we'll be able to make some cash soon enough. Lugdunum's kind of nice because it's one of those maps that's challenging not because of like financial constraints or because of the mission criteria, but because the map itself has a challenging layout. You can basically make an ungodly amount of money on this map when you set up a trade post right next to the trading hut for the natives, and they'll just come and buy stuff infinitely. Did I never say to export? Well that would be why they're not buying my weapons. I never told them to buy them. So we'll soon start making money, and I can stop wondering why my city is not making any money. We should pay people a little bit over 0 and slash taxes down to 0, since we wouldn't be making anything off of taxation anyway. Also, I want to get rid of that money that I've saved up. So what we'll do is we're going to give it all to the city, and I'm just going to blow it all on some useless governor's palaces. There. And I'm doing that because of the new stipulations in Jake Caesar 3 challenge of not carrying over any money between maps. Which is something he added after my last failed attempt when he saw me carry over enormous sums of money. Yes, the wolves will always ignore the natives. I guess the natives are so primitive they get along with wolves or something. I don't know. That might be the Caesar-like logic there. Speaking of wolves, we may as well set up a legion to go deal with them. We want a fort. We just need javelins. They will be plenty to deal with the wolves. Right, exactly, because of the foundation myth of Rome. Was it Romulus and Remus the wolves, or were those the guys raised by the wolves? I always forget. yeah, exactly. Romulus and Remus were raised by the wolf. Okay. I've gone and created a road placing sin in Caesar 3 by allowing all these guys to wander around over here. Actually, this whole setup is break some of the rules of Caesar 3 because I have some dead ends, but that's fine. I don't have anything sufficiently important here that it's going to make a big deal. Let's see, is everyone served by the clinic? Ooh, not everyone's being served by the clinic though, so let's move the doctor over here. We actually are running into some money problems here. Maybe I should actually cut wages slightly. Bring it down to 31. Oh yeah, that's exactly what it's exactly what the Romulans are. They're just space Romans, and I'm pretty sure oh shoot, what is Spock? He is a... Oh crumbs, I forgot. What is Spock? He's a Vulcan, right? Yes, and the Vulcans are just space Greeks. Now, eventually, we're going to get another trading post, and I think that one will buy marble, but we don't have it yet. We're just waiting for the our legion to build up, and then we can go take out all the wolves. Set these guys down here. Yeah, that would be my guess for the equivalent. Cardassians could also be communist stand-ins. Hey, where's my cactus? Good to see you. Because of like kind of the Cold War-ish thing going on between the Federation and the Cardassian Empire. Yeah, that's true. So, I mean, they could also be blending both, you know. Okay, so that is all we're going to need the military for. Just to... Oh, there is a single wolf left there. We should go take that wolf out. And we'll just wait for the troops to come home, and we'll send them back out and kill that last wolf. Because they are a threat to Rome, which we cannot permit. Great. So we now have a second trade route that buys marble and pottery. So let's open that up. And we need to export all the marbles and export the pottery. Let's see, can I squeeze it in here? Probably. Oh yes, before I go and delete, I need to go take out those last two wolves. And let's see. Is this close enough that I could build clay pits here? Oh, I can build clay pits in here. Okay, so we're gonna have clay pits in here, and we'll have all the pottery industry, and we'll have some marble in here as well, which will all be there to max out my my exports. Okay, so I think, and here's the request from Caesar for meat. You can have it. Okay, so that's it for these guys. Let's send them back to base. Caesar's grateful for the meat. Great. Actually, we don't even need to send them back to base because we're going to delete the fort and the barracks since we don't need them anymore. So now we can get some clay pits in here. We can only fit 2 clay pits here. It's too bad. It's not going to be nearly enough to... Well, maybe I could squeeze in a few more. Let's see. How many could I fit in here? So I could get one there. Then... maybe... one here. I really want to set up clay pits here, but I don't think I can really build enough of them for it to be truly worth it. What a pity. How much clay do these guys, how much pottery do these guys buy? 2 shields worth. And each, well, 25. So each workshop will put out just a bit under 5. So I can support most of the pottery exports we need here. So I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. Engineers post. And we'll put a warehouse, let's say right here. You'll be accepting pottery. Actually, you'll be getting pottery because they'll still deliver pottery over to it. And we're going to put another clay pit all the way over here with 2 pottery workshops. And a warehouse. Just because I feel like doing it like this. Oops. There we go. And this guy is going to be accepting pottery. So pottery will pile up here, and he's going to go and get the pottery from here and bring it over, so that the merchants will buy it close to the entry point to the level. And big clang. Oh yeah, you're hearing the the dumpster outside being cleared out. There it goes again. Streaming in a freight elevator. Yeah. I'm always surprised by how much my mic actually picks up, and yet my voice will sound kind of quiet. It's somewhat vexing, but what can you do? And this guy will be accepting marble. This should be enough marble to meet the demands of our export partners. And I believe they'll also go by here. But I might need to put another little spot of housing. Oh, looks like we have enough. Ooh, but we are also now facing some large amounts of unemployment. And go on. It's not so much that I'm streaming from a freight elevator as my apartment is right above the dumpsters for the entire building, so you can hear it when I have my window open. And it's nicer than it sounds. Oh, look at that. We've made it to 500 citizens. And this has done very little to alleviate my employment issues. But bringing them up to large tents will help a little more. Those guys don't like living next to... I don't think there really are space Germans. There have been Germans that have gone into space, so there were at least some German astronauts. Yeah, but they, but I think Shill's point about them being aesthetically, like, kind of thematically more fascisty, is true though, because they don't behave very communist-like, right? And like the Cardassian rhetoric that they use isn't very communist style. It's more fascisty or maybe imperial. Okay. So we still have some labor shortages, but where are the labor shortages hitting? Industry and commerce. Okay, so I definitely want more tents around somewhere. Now, why don't we go ahead and plop some tents in these? So I'm on the 9th floor, and the dumpster for the buildings get picked up 9 floors below me, below my window. So that is what you are hearing. It's somewhat unfortunate, but it is. But, you know, it's kind of things you got to do for affordable real estate. Although it doesn't really, like, you know, it doesn't have... that's the only negative effect of it. Like, I don't... it's not like it stinks or anything. It's just a little noisy every once in a while. My old mic wouldn't pick it up, but that mic unfortunately died. So this is my backup microphone, which is much more sensitive. Yeah, that's right, from the inside of my mecha suit. Yeah, that's the worst. I'm a very sound sleeper, so it has never really bothered me. Okay. Great, so we should now be rolling in the dough. Oh no, is this guy going... okay, so my setup is having an unintended consequence where these guys are coming all the way down here, buying this pottery first, and then coming up here and buying the pottery. Oh no, they're buying it there. Or maybe it's because there was pottery available down here. Good morning, Block the Bleed. How are you today? Yeah. So maybe this setup was not the wisest. But it matters little. We have an enormous amount of money. Let's go ahead and actually make some nice housing. So where I even do a crazy thing like feeding people. So we're gonna set it up over here. Oh, Caesar wants some meat. Here you go, Caesar. But the most important thing is industry is operating. And I think I've now maxed out all my exports. Or did the year just tick over? I think the year just ticked over before they left, so now they're buying up all the things. Oh well. That's fine, now it's slightly inefficient. Right, so... how do I want to plan out these housing blocks? I kind of want to have a block in here. So I only need 5,000 population. Now, if I'm just going to use a calculator real quick. Okay, 4 times 22. Okay, times 3. Okay, so I want three housing blocks basically to meet my requirements. So where to put them all? Well, we'll do a small one here. And that. Put a large statue like so. And then just tighten things up a little bit. We'll have them like that. And we'll put a engineer's post in here. Also have a doctor's office. We need to get these guys watered. Yeah, I made it pretty expensive because I don't want to. I don't want it to be spammed. I mean, I guess I could just put like a cooldown on it. I want it to be relatively rare because if it happened all the time, then everyone would just know, like, oh, okay, don't speak in don't type in English in chat when Law 101 is in effect. But and that would be no fun. Where's the fun in that? We want to make sure a few people get timed out by it. It's got to be a surprise, you know. Okay. I think the best we can get for these is 9 farms, like so. Does it exist? And we'll put that there. Yes, and we need a road like so. And I have a warehouse here whose job it is going to be getting goods. Actually, why don't I just have it accepting pottery? Because I am going to need a little bit of pottery production around here. Let's do... I'm not sure exactly how much a block like this is going to consume, but let's have 4 Pottery Workshops, and we'll see if that is sufficient to satisfy the needs of this little block here. We'll put a market in there. And we are going to need some temples. A temple to Ceres in here feels appropriate. So I'll put one temple down, and then I'm just going to spam out the other temples elsewhere wherever I have convenient roads. There we go. Because this little area down here. Ooh, what's the problem? Have I cut off the road to Rome somehow? So this whole area apparently is cut off from the road to Rome. Ah, that's why. There, and that should solve it. So these guys will come and move into here. We are going to need a theater. Oops. A theater. We need a library. We're definitely going to need an amphitheater. Okay, so I may have to yeah, I'm gonna have to put a little bit of stuff down here, such as an actors colony and a gladiator school. And as these evolve, I'm going to prune prune these areas up here. So basically, as the increased density causes these things to evolve, or causes unemployment to catch up. Let's plaza this all up. Does this really need to connect? Maybe. Yeah, it's basically what we're doing. We just cut back on the housing up there. So we've reached 1,000 citizens, and we don't need to stress about temples because I've already built up my temples. And we'll have a set of baths here. Is this guy not working? Oh, we just don't have enough workers. Ah. It's an interesting problem. How can we solve it? Well, if this wasn't here, I can put another thing of housing in there and just replace it with medium statues. So that'll make a little bit more room. Okay. Caesar wants more meat. Here you go, Caesar, have the meat. Okay, so now we have some insulae. Ooh, I should also put a few prefectures down in here. Because these guys are all going to get mad because I'm not feeding them. And they could potentially riot and burn things down, which would be bad. Okay. So now these guys want furniture. So he's waiting on food. Oh, Caesar's grateful for the meat again. Okay. So these guys all have quite a bit of extra room. So the insulae can I think even a small insula can hold... Okay, just below 80 residents. I think these farms are more than enough to feed this little block I have set up here. I may even be able to feed another block like this. But I'm going to wait until I get them all the way up to large insulae before I try to expand it further. And I believe I need to import... yeah, so I need to import lumber on this map, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but, you know, it is what it is. So, I'm going to start importing lumber. And we can have it around... We can actually set up our lumber industry around here so that traders don't have to go too far. This guy is going to be accepting timber. And we will have our furniture workshops in and around here. That one doesn't need to be there. We can have a furniture workshop there. And we'll put a couple more furniture workshops in here, like that. Something along those lines. Okay. So since this guy is just accepting pottery, I should be able to have him set to getting furniture without too much trouble. So it's a good way we can put this warehouse. We can give him have him work double duty, sort of, so to speak. These guys are going to eventually need a barber, so I'll put a barber in here. Okay. So, ooh, I should make sure this guy is also accepting furniture. Although it might be, actually it definitely will be, a bit too far for this guy to go all the way across the map for furniture. But we'll see if one warehouse getting furniture from most of the way across the map will be enough to support it. I suspect it won't. So we still have employment problems. The four pottery workshops seems to be just barely enough to support these insulae here. So that's good to know. They can support, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4 pottery workshops can support about 10 insulae. One workshop can support 20 houses. Ah, okay, so these guys are going to actually we're going to have quite a surplus then. So we have 4 times the amount of pottery that we need here. Although these guys didn't merge up super nicely. And welcome, Kiryu. Nice to have you hanging out. Yeah, okay, so we really don't want these 1x1s here. So what can I do to try to get these guys to merge? If I delete them and put them back, they might merge. Oh, no. That didn't work. Didn't work at all. Alright, well. Ooh, Caesar wants marble. Okay, we just had all our marble get bought out. So let's make sure we're only exporting over 10 units of marble. And that'll pile up. We should have plenty of time to do that. Okay, so my clever plan did not work. I know they will merge if they have all the things they need for large insulate. So if I import oil, which we may as well start importing, we should be able to turn these guys into large insulate. But I'm definitely going to need another warehouse. Do I have the economy for that? I don't know. It's a good question, Jake. It's a good question. Also, welcome. Welcome to the stream. And we have... Oops. Got a warehouse. He will be accepting oil. I know I said early on that the objective of this campaign is to get more accustomed to building insulate blocks. So the first thing I did was build a tent city up here. And then a little bit of tent city down here as well. You know, it makes sense. So I'm currently playing around trying to vile. So this guy is gonna go get oil, and yeah, we'll just have him getting oil. He seems to be able to get enough furniture from here. And we're definitely producing more than enough food. So I'm going to put a low bridge through here. Somewhere around here. We'll see how much we can stretch this out. Let's check our native risks. Clear that out. And I'm just going to line the native risk area with gardens, so I don't go and build there. Okay. Next, we are definitely overproducing pottery for what we need here, as one workshop can support 20 houses according to Kuru, and I have no reason to disbelieve the man or woman, I don't know. So 2 workshops. Let's just spin this around a little. There we go. But I will replace the Pottery Workshops somewhere. Let's put them over here. Actually, I'm gonna have both of them over here. want them too far away. Cells will soon evolve to one of greater stature as a result of the conditions. Okay. Yeah, so they're still struggling with furniture. Oh, although they now have it. Okay. Put a fountain here. So that's 2, 3. Okay, so we can get 3 houses in there. This be a house? No. That could be a house. Okay, so we'll put a house there. Should be able to compensate for the negative desirability of the pottery workshops. There. And a fountain over here should do the job. Alright. Let's see how well this supports these guys. Okay, we also will need a fountain around here. Let's go ahead and put a fountain there. Oh yeah, Caesar wanted some marble. Here you go, Caesar. Oops, I never connected the road there. And we should have an engineer over here. Probably want to have another doctor. So they're not getting access to religious stuff. I'm probably going to eventually need a more temples. Oh, okay, no, they are getting religious access. So let's plaza that all up. Well, these guys over here are getting religious access. Need a little bit more desirability support. Okay. So they want religious access. With a few more gardens. Okay, it's gotten them all to evolve nicely. So now they want schools. Let's take a look at the fire overlay. Can I squeeze a school in here? I can squeeze a school in there. Great. So we'll put a school there. I'm likely to need a school on this side as well, but we'll just see how well it serves the area first. Nice. Okay, so it's gone all the way around. I'm going to get rid of that so that once these guys get all the things they need to evolve, they'll evolve into some nice there we go. Excellent. Oh yeah, I should probably... Well, actually, considering my money, it doesn't matter. I don't need to... I don't need to tax these guys. Pottery is starting to overwhelm here. Maybe time to try and... Will natives freak out about a garden? I'm afraid to try. So I suspect the answer is yes, they will, but I don't really know. Can put an oracle here. Let's go ahead and put an oracle here. And maybe that'll be enough. Okay, yeah, so those evolve. Okay, so now those guys want a school. Can I fit a school over here? I cannot. That will cheese off the natives. And those guys want religious facilities. Okay. I am eventually going to need more temples. So a temple over here, I believe, will reach where it needs to go. And yeah, we could definitely just toss some our excess temples in and around here. The links I'll go to avoid... Alright, well, we probably don't need an extra temple to Venus. Happy to individually select the temple to Venus, so we'll go there. Okay. Oop, what's the problem? It did that snap to thing, which means I cut off... Aha! Let's just clear that out, and we should be fine. Okay. Caesar wants marble. I've got 10 marble for you, Caesar. Okay. Alrighty. So... we need school access. Oh, it's lost access to religious services somehow. Even though there are now even more temples in the area. There we go. That gives him access. So he brings access down here. Good. Okay, so now these guys are suffering from desirability issues. Emperor is grateful. Lovely. That's fine. We're going to keep them there for now. It has an erratic supply of furniture. Right. Well, I think it's time that we pacify these natives. At least these guys here closest to this little block here. Okay, so that should take care of those guys for risks. Native risk, great. So I can now put a school over here, which will take care of those needs. I'm also going to put a market, and we'll have another warehouse. And his job is going to be getting furniture and getting oil. And I can now put an oracle over here. Should take care of the desirability problems for these guys. Okay, so now they're complaining about bathhouse access. So let's take a quick peek here. Where is this bath lady going? She comes up here and she turns around. Okay, so she's just barely serving these guys. Ah, she's spinning around in this this little neighborhood. Well, that's okay. We can definitely just put another bathhouse over here. And we'll just put some baths here. Okay. So this looks like it should be... Once this guy gets up and running, it should be a relatively stable block. I think these farms are enough to feed everybody. And those guys are supplying all the entertainment we need. Okay, so what are these? Furniture is still an issue. Okay. This guy's only getting oil. So this guy's getting oil as well. So how many houses do I actually have? 1, 2, 3. Actually, it'll be quicker to look in, easier to look in the fire mode. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we're still... So these guys could still all be served by like a single workshop. Ooh, they're all fluctuating like crazy because they can't quite get the oil and furniture they need. Why is this trader coming all the way over here? It's probably because this guy is getting pottery instead of just accepting. So let's switch that to accepting, and hopefully the traders won't come all the way over here anymore. Right, so we've got to fix up these little 1x1s. Crumbs. Okay. Might be more stable if I just switch this guy to only getting furniture. This guy is only getting oil. Wants marble. Here you go, Caesar. Let's see if that helps things stabilize. Caesar's duly grateful. Good. So I've got 2 getting furniture, although this one will be periodically overwhelmed with by pottery. Lost its access to a bathhouse. Really? Well, seems like it should be pretty well. Okay, so I think gods are all going to be happy with the oracles and the temples. Oh, actually, I have enough temples, and then the oracles are going to be surplus. But from now on, I should only need to build 1 temple or so. Yeah, we're struggling to bring in the furniture we need, looks like. Okay. Landslides are going to stop money from coming in. Oh no. How will we ever survive? Right. I want this to be more solid than it is. Maybe given time it'll stabilize? Put some gardens down. These guys seem stable now. Okay. Okay, things seem to have stabilized. Let's let a year tick over. We'll keep an eye on these guys. Yeah, okay, so those guys are still fluctuating. So, let's see. I want to see a year tick by and see if they really stabilize or not. So they're still fluctuating a little bit, but they seem mostly stable. Okay, let's watch here. So yeah, they just fluctuated. Furniture. Let's see. I know sometimes they weren't getting bath access. Are they maintaining bath access? Bath access doesn't seem to be the issue. Entertainment amphitheater access. They seem to be just barely maintaining amphitheater access. Yeah, it doesn't quite run out. Theater access? Is everyone keeping consistent theater access? Yes, that's right, Pizza. Okay, see, theater access seems good. I'm this run is this is more about figuring out how to build stable. Oh, I'll figure it out eventually. So right now I'm mostly experimenting with trying to get a better feel for building stable insulate blocks. Oh, is the problem food? That is this is actually probably the problem now, because there's zero food in this granary. Yeah, okay. So I think this is slightly too many people for the amount of food those 9 farms can put out. That's the problem. Interesting. I am eventually going to have to feed these guys a second type of food. I believe one of these will sell me food. Yeah. Middle London will sell me fruit. So let's import fruit. And we will accept the fruit here. And okay, so this place is accepting all the food types, which is fine. And long queries, like a type of like some kind of programming thing. I don't know what a long query is. Ah, okay, gotcha. So is this actually... Okay, I think I need to switch it to getting fruit, and then the fruit will show up. Is this going to cause things to stabilize? Or is it going to make it all worse? Maybe making it worse? So the reason it would be making it worse is the market ladies will make a separate trip for each kind of food. And that is the main reason. Yeah, it's a cute little neighborhood, right? Trouble is, it's somewhat unstable right now. Let's take a look at native risks here. Good. But that might be solved with more markets. So we'll put down another market. And we are going to need more entertainment. And how to achieve this additional entertainment. If I want to get them all up to Grand Insulae, which I do eventually want to do. And why not now? So that additional entertainment is going to be a Colosseum. Which I'm going to stick back here. Plaza it up. So let's change. Yeah, so I can't carry over personal funds. No exploits. And it's now on very hard instead of hard. Time limited is the same. Very hard is the... I think switching it over to very hard mode is the biggest change. Because it'll greatly reduce your funds, and it reduces the effectiveness of taxation. So my old method... Yes, it is. I would agree. I would agree it's a bit more than a 2-star challenge now, but you know, Jake might disagree with that assessment, but that's Jake. So you know how he is. So let's see how this Colosseum axis is doing. So we've got a working Colosseum. And it doesn't look like it's going to make it down here, unfortunately. So, any way for me to cheese that? Yeah, I'm not trying to speed run through this, Jake. I'm playing around with insulae blocks. So this isn't a beat Lugdunum as quickly as I possibly can. I'm just kind of playing around with it. And so, what could I do to get these guys to come over here? I was trying to get through those early missions very quickly. Like, I haven't even tapped into this food up here.
Greetings.
Where are you guys on? Group by access to the library. Okay. So, all my meddling has thrown everything off. And the... Yeah, so this place just can't keep up. Although I'm surprised it's not more efficiently emptying out that... see what happens if I just switch that over to accepting, and I toss another granary over here, set to getting fruit. Let's see if this works any better. And actually, I may as well. Oh, so this guy, this one delivers the fruit. Interesting. And we're gonna start accepting the fruit over here, since that's a bit closer to the granary. See what difference, if any, this makes. Okay. Needs second type of food. Needs second type of food. So we're just not getting the fruit. That guy's going and grabbing fruit, but it's not quite enough. What's this guy's problem? Coliseum. Maybe a second granary somewhere getting fruit will do the trick. Could I fit a granary in here? Could fit a granary in here. Just mean getting rid of that. Let's get another granary. And you get fruit. Maybe with two getting, that'll be enough to distribute the fruit around. So the so we can see money is not a stressor on this map. Got over 110,000 denarii. Alright, so these guys are starting to evolve. okay, though their problem is they're not getting enough entertainment. They need a second type of food. Hey, thanks for the bits, pizza. Well, much appreciated. I will take your 11 pennies any day. Needs a second type of food still.
I'm stuck.
Yeah, so those little scraps of fruit are not enough to support this neighborhood as a whatchamacallit. As Grand Insuling. Can I delete that message? Why would you want me to delete the message? But, sure. Ah, okay. Well, let's see. There. I'll time you out, and then I'll untime you. Time you out. There we go. Problem solved. Okay. That's right. That's right. We can't let anybody know pizza is nice. Okay, let's try having this guy getting... Oh wait, no, I don't want him to get meat. Right, so he's accepting fruit, he's getting furniture. No way. Even, so he's getting furniture. Maybe a warehouse over here who is getting meat, and then this warehouse in turn also gets meat. Okay, I also need to set up another neighborhood somewhere that can big ol' softy, yeah. We know your tricks, Pizza. You're actually a very nice fellow. Let's go take a look at the native risks. We can put in a... I'll put in another block in here. You can't fool us. And another 12 houses like so. This should be okay. Wait, didn't I have a reservoir over here somewhere? Oh no, it's all the way over there. Okay. Like so. So that's going to be the initial setup. Could actually put it like so. I'm going to put the granary right here. He gave me some bits, which was inexcusable, so I timed him out. He gave me some bits, and he found the spinning bits very annoying, so he asked me to time him out. That's what actually happened. So we'll have all those set to getting goods. And we'll give these guys a temple to Mars. So come over here and delete a temple to Mars here. Could do a school and a library. should take care of that. This place is actually going to need a source for its food. Yeah, it's fine steaks aging in the sun. Yeah, just right out in the open. Yeah, it is pretty funny to me as well. Sun-dried steaks. Okay. All right, let's set up some farms over here. Let's take a look at the native risks again. Yeah, so this bunch aren't getting properly civilized. Well, this guy is actually fine. Huh. So is this really safe here? I don't really trust it. I definitely shouldn't trust it. So we'll put another one here. Like that, and that should take care of the native risks. And gonna have a granary here. He's going to be getting meat. He's going to be getting meat. I'm actually going to use a gatehouse. Of course, the game has punished me for using gatehouse by having it spin around the way I didn't want it to go. Let's put that gatehouse. I generally avoid having gatehouses. I don't really like having them. Enough for any aesthetic purposes. I just find they make a lot of the things that get resources behave oddly. Feels as though they don't actually go through things properly. We're also going to need a gatehouse here. Then yet another gatehouse here. To stop this this guy from wandering off his path. I also should have considered native risks before I built all that stuff. Looks like we're okay. Alright, now let's build some farms. This one is just going to be accepting wheat. And this one is just going to be accepting meat. And we'll have some wheat farms like so. Well, I guess it can have a bit of a dead end. Or will I? Let's cancel that last spot. Placed one. We'll put him there instead. And then, yeah, that would still be a dead end. Okay. Well, that's fine. We'll have it go like that. And something like this. Whatever. It's going to come down like so. 1 and 2. Gross. Okay. Maybe it's better the other way around. Yeah, at least this way I can have it be a proper loop-like setup. It's probably a much more efficient way to do that, but whatever. So put an engineer's post there, and I could have a little tiny splash of housing. We'll give them a template to series. We'll throw a market in here somewhere. And I'll even give them a library. We're gonna treat these farmers right. Okay, so that should be enough to keep them going. Oh, I also need a theater. So I want to give those farmers casas. Although all this industry is going to get in the way. Well, maybe they'll just live in shacks. They can live in shacks instead. Okay. So that's not going to do my housing issues any favors. We can squeeze in a couple more houses in here. All right. We'll see how that does. Can turn down the speed a little bit. We'll need some kind of water. Oh. Oh no! I never built an engineer's post in here. It's very silly. Oops! No, not there. There. And now I am being punished for it. This place is getting wheat. So this guy should be getting meat. That was a library, that was a school. Well, I'm going to rebuild those once I get to the point where I need to do that. So this is going to be small temples of Mars. Yep. Okay. So we'll put that granary back. And he was getting wheat. Let's see if we can put an engineer's post over on this side. I'm going to try putting the markets there, see if they're able to serve this neighborhood properly. Those guys are delivering their stuff. Okay. Yeah, okay, so labor shortages are proving an issue. Yeah, okay, so those guys don't have access to water, so we'll just delete them for now. Put an oracle in the middle here, that would cause everybody to evolve. Okay. So let's put a theater here. I'll stick an amphitheater there. And how are we going to get these guys Coliseum access? Coliseums are pretty chonky. that. I could put a Coliseum here. And then what? Let's try putting the Coliseum there. And we'll see how much of an impact getting rid of this gatehouse will have. It'll probably be okay. So these guys will need education. So I'll put the library up there, and I'll toss a school in here. Do the Gladiator School and Lion House down there. I can also put the Actors Colony down here. So Actor Colony will go over here. And we'll just adjust that aqueduct slightly. So now they need a bathhouse. See if the bathhouse being there will be able to adequately serve them. So she's wandering all the way over here. Will she wander up, though? That's the question. Oh, she then goes down here. How far does the water reach? I could put the bathhouse up here. So let's see if that does a better job of getting people bathhouse coverage. Okay, so that should give everyone bathhouse coverage. Trouble is, we don't have enough workers to actually make all these things functional. Has access to workers, it just doesn't have, we just don't have enough workers. These guys are at least stably large insulae. Oh, actually, this thing just started working. We should be going to get pottery. Ah, so this guy isn't working because of the labor shortages. Which then means they can't evolve because there's ooh, a bunch of these things are just starting to shut down. Could try to do more emergency tent labor, but that probably won't help things. The goal is to evolve these houses after all. Put more houses back here, they won't evolve due to the lack of water. Could have some flex on the native housing in here. So we'll put a little neighborhood in here, whose whole purpose will be to show the natives what being a Roman really means. So let's just shift that mission post over one. And plaza all this stuff up. For now, I'm going to leave them whatever level they're at. They get to just by having folks move in. Yes, generally yes. The main exception is evolving them from large insulae to grand insulae. That doesn't actually increase their capacity. They keep the same capacity. So those guys are getting some evolutions. Ah, there we go. So I guess we've got yeah, we reduced the we've reduced our labor shortages very slightly, and let's see. Let's indulge in some risky city planning here and hook those networks up. I think things are tight enough that we won't have a break-in service for the natives here. Let's just take a look at education. No, this should be risks. I guess risk native. Yeah, so they're still traveling around. And then I'm also going to put a mission post next to this guy, just because I really don't want to accidentally cheese off the natives. Okay, so he's going to go and grab food for this neighborhood, or she, I suppose. Oh, right, I need an engineer's post in here. I may as well do a doctor's office as well. Okay. So there's some gardens, make things a little nicer. Now they want entertainment. Okay, we can provide entertainment. And we'll put an amphitheater here. And this amphitheater should be served by these guys down here. Now they want education access. So we'll put in a library, and we can sneak a school in somewhere. Right there, looks good. Should eventually get access to some kind of education. Great. So desirability is the issue for some of these. Okay. So we can now set up some warehouses. And we'll have them getting each of the goods we need. Place down. Alright, so we may actually now be producing more food than we can really support. Not enough food, actually. Schools. Yeah, the schools always have the strangest distribution. What is our library doing? Ah, okay, so he's wandering through there. So I put a small statue, that should put a stop to it. And then he won't come and wander up around here. Where's our librarian? There he goes. Comes in there. And then where do you go? He should come out and around here. No, he decides to go up there again. Will he come out this way? No, he's just always coming up and doing this loop. What if I move the school here and we put the library over here? Let's see what this school does. Oh, nice. Okay, so it gives us better school coverage. And how about the library? Library. Oh, he still wants to come up around here. Will he go that way? Nope. Still wants to come up here. If I shorten the roads a little bit, he might come up this way. Nope, still wants to come down here. So what can I do about that? Oh, there we go. They got access from something. Okay, so let's take a look at water access. Because that will decide where I can put a bath. Or where I should put a bath, rather. So, how about I put the bath right here. And we will figure out a way to bring water over there. Got and blocked myself off pretty well. And we can do a bit of the old magic Roman water trick. Still didn't quite reach where I needed it to. Of course. I need to shift that reservoir over one more. Or a few more. Basically, I need a reservoir over here. And so we're gonna have a lot of very creative rolling water here. Aqueducts, of course, can't travel over plazas. That is impossible. There, perfect. Great. Okay, so let's take a look at these baths, see where she's going. Okay, she's coming up into this neighborhood. That's good. And we'll see if she comes up into this corner. She does. Lovely. These guys still aren't getting educational facilities. Or maybe... if I just move this mission post down one, have the road come across like that, and put another library up here. Extra bit of road. Okay, I definitely need to get to work on building more farms. Just don't want that last one there. Hey, Quasi. How are you doing? Good to see you. Okay. I'll put another little spot of housing there. We're going to want to make sure we have an engineer's post. Okay, so those guys all need food. I need way more workers. Got 9 slides. It's fine. Yeah, that's that's the best thing about Caesar is it's a nice chill time, you know? It's not too stressful a game. Although this enormous unemployment is starting to worry me slightly. Because that is an amount of unemployment that will cause your city a lot of trouble. think I think these natives are going to start buying up all my pottery. So I'm going to stop trading pottery so that they don't buy, they don't go and buy all my pottery from me that I need to support my city. Yeah, so this place down here isn't working. But I think that's more due to the massive amount of labor shortages that I have than anything else. I could actually just put an oracle in here. You could, yeah, you could definitely support a palace block in here. But I'm going to be... I want to clear this map without using any palaces. Because I really want to practice building... I really want to practice using insulate. Lost access to religious facilities. Now, is that due to... No, we should have all the jobs. But my big problem at the moment is critical labor shortages. So, we're going to get to work on solving that, because as my city is right now, it's not very sustainable. Another cruel map idea. Your other map idea was cruel enough. Hey Dennis, how you doing? Let's take a look. Yeah, I like this city. It's kind of fun. I need to find a spot for a reservoir in here. I can move this yeah, I am using the glitched out where aqueduct, because you can put them forgotten Roman tech. Yeah, exactly. Just going to move this guy over one. And that will still cover those guys. Let's just plaza all this stuff up. So money is no issue. Okay, so we need better religious access. Let's go with a Temple of Venus. There, we'll just toss that in there. Okay. So, my biggest problem is still labor shortages. So, we're going to toss down housing pretty well wherever I can squeeze in more units of housing. Plazas. Yeah, those labor shortages are persisting. And because of the labor shortages, these areas are not evolving properly. Toss another market in over here. So now they need access to some educational stuff, which I can. It's blocking it there. It looks like I'm trying to use as much space as possible in as small a space as possible. Yeah. I haven't been very efficient with my use of space here. Right, so... your order is getting fruit and meat, okay. And his only issue is just not enough labor, okay. So I need to continue working at reducing my labor shortages. Let's go to water view. Could I get the aqueduct through here? Could. Can't tell if this road is actually there or not. So I think in these red spots there is no actual road. Okay, now if we switch over to the water view. So I think if I delete that, and maybe if I delete that as well, No, it really doesn't want to go. Yeah, we're using magical Roman water, Jake. Why doesn't it want to go there? It is indeed Jake himself. I don't know why it doesn't want to. Ah, okay. So if I put a road here, will it go? Ah, it will, okay. And then I can delete it. There we go. Nice. There we go. That is much cleaner. Well, maybe not exactly clean, but not taking up as much space. This isn't exactly efficient. This city design is honestly a bit of a mess. Yeah, in theory it could be a lot more efficient than it is. Right, so I need even more people around here. So I'm going to make a little block up here. Could get even more space out here. Actually, I really don't need any of this. I do need those temples, kind of. Whatever. We'll just place the temples after. And actually, I probably don't need them, like, at all. Delete all that. Reservoir here. Okay. Right, and we'll have this come along the mountain edge. Yeah. I have a lot of money. I haven't even been taxing my people. Tax rate is 0%. That's how much money you make on Lugdunum. Money is not a concern on Lugdunum. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of a not infrequent comment on this channel. If you want to see weird, watch me play Mario. My goodness, some weird stuff. We'll be asking the question how and why so often. Let's take a look at the water coverage we've got. There's a bit without farm access up here somewhere. Should build on top of it. Yeah, okay. So we want to make sure we have housing in here. Well, it doesn't really matter. We have a lot more farming than we will ever need on this map. But still, we shouldn't be overly wasteful. And something like that. Another chunk in here. We'll have some hill dwelling well, I mean, it was certainly comedic, but all the awkwardness was entirely me just being very bad at the game. I didn't need to add. There wasn't anything to do with my actual controller. Okay, so let's take a look. Water coverage is pretty good. We should just shift this fountain over one. Okay, we need another fountain over on this end. Okay. We will move those over. Like so. Like so. And like so. Okay. Okay, so we'll put a little spot of housing in there. Use up all that water. Put a splash of housing in there too. Okay. And then I'll fill all this in with farms, etc. Right. Let's get an engineer's post or two in here. I'll put a granary right there, I think. Wheat farms up here. Probably not the best placement ever, but it'll do the job. Yeah, maybe an engineer's post back here as well. So I have an actual... so the controller I was using is a... in terms of this city design, well, you know, it's kind of fun. I kind of wanted to put a bunch of people up here, so I'm doing it. And eventually, I want to have all the housing be medium insulae, not medium insulae, grand insulae. And this this tent housing will be deleted once I have the space for it. Yeah, building stuff, rolling with it. Yeah, exactly, Shikane. And I have a granary over here. I gotta watch the time though. I do have to run off around 5 o'clock, but I've got oh, we've got a few hours yet. And throw in a few more pigs. Like so. Alright. Eventually I'm going to need to make some room for all this. Okay. Here come all the people, which will hopefully resolve the labor problems I've been having. Well, we'll put another market over here. I would like a market over here somewhere. Yeah, you don't really need prefix. I've only put a few in here just in case of riots or protesters, since these guys aren't being fed. So they might be a little upset about that. Okay. So everyone's starting to get food. Now they're going to need a temple of some kind. By the way, how are my gods? Ooh, Mars and Venus are displeased. We only have one of each of their temples. Okay. Well, let's have a temple to Mars and a temple to Venus up here. Great. And that should fix things up a little bit. Oh no, the gods don't care about where you put their temples. They just care that you have a temple for them. It would be interesting if the game somehow built something in where, like, you didn't put the temple in a desirable enough neighborhood. Now that would be interesting. It would force some real interesting things. Okay, so maybe I need a temple to Mercury somewhere. Is this a spot where it can fit? No. So I do want this guy to evolve. Maybe give it enough time, a priest will wander over that way. There we go. So now he can evolve. Great. So they want some entertainment. I have an idea, which tickles my fancy. We're going to put a theater and an amphitheater up here. Okay. And could I throw a Colosseum up here somewhere? Yeah, why don't we toss a Colosseum there? And we're gonna have an actor colony over here. Gladiator school here. Oh, we've made the target population. Great. Okay, so let's take a look here. Amphitheater. So the gladiator is running up that way. What about theater? Okay, so maybe I need to put another actor colony over here. What about this theater? Come up this way. Great. Okay. So now he's going up there. So that'll bring the entertainment to all those guys. And we're going to need a lion tamer somewhere. Lion house. Is there room down here somewhere? So I want to make sure they run up this way. I can just toss it down there. And entertainment Coliseum. Oh, they're getting it from the Coliseum itself anyway. Oh, thanks for the follow, Gorbunny. Much appreciated. Okay, so those guys should all be pretty happy. Well, they would be happy, assuming that they had some educational attainment. So let's put down a library here, library there. And I'm gonna want to give them schools, so put a school there, school over here, maybe even a school there. Let's see here. Will that do the job? Okay. So they're all starting to evolve, except for these guys. Okay. They have desirability problems because I didn't give them plazas. So they're jealous of their neighbors and their lovely plazas. Okay, so that guy will probably get serviced eventually. So next we need some baths. Let's take a look at the water overlay. So it's blocking it here. The schoolhouse needs to move. We'll give them some baths, and we'll move the school over here. How are all these guys doing? Okay-ish. This guy's accepting everything. He's only meant to be accepting wheat. This guy is accepting meat. Pottery. So maybe I need to be producing more pottery. You get pottery. You get oil. And you get furniture. Still have unemployment issues. Maybe once these guys start evolving, we'll be in better shape. That really doesn't need to be there. I could just have those two actors' colonies be down here, and they would work just as well. Same for this gladiator colony. This gladiator school, you can have the gladiator school be down here as well. We'll replace that with wheat. What do these guys want? Ah, so they just need access to a barber. Let's give them access to a barber. Good. Those guys have desirability problems. Oracle there, they'll evolve. Okay. Still have some desirability issues. Okay, move that fountain over and plop down another Oracle. Since the Caesar 3 crutch for all purposes is the Oracle. Okay, so they need better education access. Can I shift that? That doesn't really do anything for me. Oh, I know. If I put a school in here, what's the problem? Why did that school somehow cut access off to something? It's been cut off. Make should still have access. Through the gatehouse. Is it this section in here that's been cut off? Let's just put some precautionary paths through. Yes, it's very dense. Lugdunum will always be quite dense, especially if you're No! Oh, okay. That deleted everything. Why did it delete all that stuff? Well, that probably just killed the city. Oh, that wasn't actually... Road to Rome got cut off. Oh, that house there, that's what did it. Crap. It even warned me, but I thought I had fixed it. Have I fixed the problem? No. So that area is still boxed in. I've actually had labor shortages for most of the game. So this is probably going to hurt it even more. Okay, so putting that path through will make things interesting anyway. Well, now we get to see if the immigrants can come in fast enough to stop my whole city from falling apart. The answer is they probably can't. Well, I'm not going to have to worry about the the demographic shift. That's, that just wiped out most of my city's population. Well, a huge chunk of the city's population. Well, let's see what happens. Go take a look at the city's population. That wiped out like 3,000 people from the city's population. Maybe everyone will move in quickly enough that it won't be that much of a problem. They don't move in fast enough, things will just start collapsing because of not having engineer access. But it looks like we'll avoid that problem. Yeah. Okay. This isn't like Caesarea. If this was Caesarea, I would almost have to restart because of because fires. The whole city would burn down. I can, but I don't. I won't actually have to because like nothing is critical enough. And all my housing areas have already refilled, come back. So now they're gonna fill in slowly. Although, yeah, see, like all this stuff is devolving because various industries have stopped working. It may still be a fatal blow to the city. We'll see. We're just waiting for, because all these places have lots of room for extra inhabitants. Let's see, is there anywhere else that I can put down little scraps of housing? Not really. Oh, so they don't have water access. Oh, that's probably because it's devolved at some point. We're just gonna have to wait for the front bit to evolve. Yeah, as a result, I got a big food surplus, yeah. So it is reducing the unemployment slowly. But these guys are all going to keep fluctuating because of the way the unemployment is. Look at that huge drop in population. Well, that is going to avoid the demographic shift quite nicely, though. Let's see. If I prioritize there, that should keep everything running and at least make sure any shortages come from health and education. Ooh, but I really want to make sure my... I don't want my mission posts to stop working. If I do second priority here, third priority there, 4, 5, yeah, okay, so I need to pull from something. Maybe make that fourth. Without entertainment, everything's going to devolve pretty quick. Oh yeah, water definitely needs a higher priority. Food production. Oh, prefectures. Yeah, prefectures don't matter on this map. Okay. Yeah, okay. There we go. So this way, it's falling on entertainment, which I think is okay. So we might make the population back before it becomes a problem. Let's see. So if we go entertainment overall, so before things devolve, will we make that the labor shortage up? Ooh, collapse building, wheat farm. That's not good. That probably happened because of labor shortage issues. We can put an engineer's post over on the end. But it, oh, yeah, so all of those guys are going to collapse now.
Everywhere you look.
That was Linehouse, Actor Colony, and Gladiator School. All the, all three. Linehouse, Actor Colony, and Gladiator School. And that was a wheat farm. What else collapsed? That was a lion house. Was that a library? Okay. It's weird. It's all my entertainment buildings that are collapsing. Yeah, we're looking okay now. Why is everything collapsing like that? Oh, because engineering is at a very low priority. That's why everything's collapsing. Oh no. Oh dear. Stop, 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 stop. Oh, God. Alright, so that was a Temple to Neptune. Yeah. Ah, dear. Temple of Ceres and a market. Ceres and a market. This was all housing. That was a house as well. That was a barber. Put another engineer's post in here. Really should have put engineer post as the #1 priority, but I didn't. What was that? That was a library. But I think we're through the worst of it, and things should recover here. What was this here? That was an actor colony. Some housing. That is a gladiator school. That was a bit of housing. Right. What else has collapsed? Okay, so it's just this section in here. That was an actor colony. This was another actor's colony. That was a lion house. An oracle and a large casa. Housing. That was an amphitheater. There's a theater. I I still think we'll pull through though. This is all housing. Let's mark it into school. We should be fine now, because I ended up hooking everything together. I did, but the road to Rome is now running through somewhere else. Where is the actual connection? It's coming through right there. And it didn't pull my attention to the area, so that means I haven't cut off the road to Rome. I am going to move that school one over. So we should be okay. But now because of the way I've balanced things out, so let's remove the priority on food, industry, entertainment. Thing is, I want health and education up and running. If I do that, maybe it'll balance things out a bit better. Okay, let's see. Yeah, because things are starting to devolve because they were losing their entertainment access. I have to balance them out. Oh, well, they're starting to devolve, I should say. Things are starting to recover a little bit, I think. Keep an eye on this number here. Okay, I think we're on the mend. Yeah, we're on the mend. Yeah, but we've passed the point. See, yeah, we're now down to negligible labor shortages, and even some unemployment. Perfect. So we're good. Okay, so we have now hit all the population we need. I can start paring away at these tents. And in fact, I could just delete all of that there. Okay. So they should still have enough labor access there. Okay, so that's the tent city pruned away. That will help our that'll help with our prosperity. So we don't need that one in here anymore either. There we go. And now we can just worry about getting these guys all up and running. So pottery is an issue. Where do I have pottery? Just here. And I produce a little bit of it over here. Yeah, culture rating dropped a little bit. I wonder what's dragging it down. Let's see. Yeah, theaters being below average. Library coverage is excellent. That's good. But we'll fix that up in a little bit. It's not a big deal. I definitely need more pottery in the system, though. So we're going to have a pottery warehouse here. Because right now, all my cart pushers, they're going all the way over here to get pottery, and it's not quite, it's not going to work. So let's build. Where are these guys leaving from? Probably some housing fluctuating around here. It's okay. So I'll try building. I'll start with just six pottery workshops. That's 5 and 6. And I'll toss an engineer's post over on the end here.
I've got nowhere to.
Oh dear. It's a shame. So these guys are going to need a little bit of labor access, so we'll put a little tent down there just to so they can get to work. There you go. Should get all those guys working, and you accept pottery. What's their problem? Desirability of the area. Okay. I actually have a little bit of a surplus of housing, so I can prune away all these little 1x1s. Probably don't need those. What's the problem for these guys? Oh, they're not getting bathhouse access. Do I even need those guys down here? Probably not. But let's give them baths anyway. Okay. Now they're being negatively impacted by the reservoir. There we go. Those guys need a nicer place to live. Okay. So now those are all Grand Insulae. No, that won't do it. Maybe a large statue over here will be enough. Yeah, okay. So these guys are mostly there. Well, maybe a single one as a large insulae won't be a problem. So this guy, Colosseum is affecting him. What if we were to give them some gardens? Would that be enough? Oh, there we go. So now they're all Grand Insulae. Great. I'm just going to double check that it is indeed... Okay, prosperity is currently rising. That's good.
I'm hardly needed. These buildings...
So those guys aren't... They're probably not getting Colosseum access. Yeah. It's because he's wandering up through there now. And that is the only thing connecting that bit of the city to everything else. Are things still boxed in here? No, it's still boxed in. Okay. Yeah, so that was the only thing connecting, allowing passage through the city. I don't think I really need that pottery thing. So if I build this here, road to Rome is okay. So I think we're okay now. Hopefully I don't lose half my city again. I didn't lose half my city again. Perfect. So these guys aren't getting doctor or barber access, so let's put those down. Oops, what's the problem for these dudes now? They've lost access to a bathhouse. Oh, there we go. So they just got it back. Lovely. Grand Insulae. This will be improved by access to a school. What if I... Oh, sorry, to put a school there. So that's an oracle. So this trick here isn't quite working. But if I tweak this road ever so slightly, he now gets school access. Great. Ooh, what's up with these guys? Why are they not getting religious access? There we go. They should be fixed eventually. What does he need? It's not getting enough entertainment. It's got amphitheater. Coliseum? Yeah, he doesn't get Coliseum access. Well, got bigger fish to fry, so let's go sort these guys out. Okay, so they're not happy with desirability. Maybe gardens will help. More gardens? No? Okay. I can toss an oracle in there. It's close enough to the road, so it'll get serviced. Okay, so now these guys are demanding more entertainment. Is there anything gardens can fix? Ooh, okay, gardens fixed it. So I now have quite the labor, well, not a huge labor surplus, but a bit of a labor surplus. So maybe I can squeeze a Coliseum in here somewhere, so that these guys can get Coliseum access. How's my prosperity falling? It says prosperity rating is rising. And I guess I still haven't solved the problem of how to get these guys Coliseum access. Also, there we go. And then we put one in there. And he will eventually evolve up into a Grand Insulay. Right, so these guys are over here. Health access, okay. Let's, there's a barber. Let's do clinics. And we can put a doctor in here. Should cause all those guys to start evolving. Okay. Okay, so now they want the desirability to be improved. Ooh, that could actually be an oracle, so we're going to put the oracle here. This is going to be easier to find room for a doctor somewhere else, like here, for example. And he should still provide everyone with their access. Yeah, he does. Great. Ah, perfect. That's what I wanted to see. And we'll delete that guy. Wait for these guys to evolve up into the appropriately sized housing. Go. And Oracle over here should help those guys to evolve. So they don't like the desirability in the area. It's an issue that's fairly easily fixed because we can just plop a few oracles down over here and they will be kept alive with an Injurious Post here. There you go. So now they're all up to Grand Insulay. And what about these guys? They aren't getting pottery somehow. Well, if I put another Pottery Warehouse in here, maybe that will fix the issue. I might even want another market in the area. Okay. A couple oracles down. Let's prune those guys away. We don't need them. Access to a clinic or a hospital. Okay, so we'll go back to our health view for clinics. Put a doctor there, and let's toss a barber over here. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so that place is now full of pottery, so I think we're producing enough pottery. Issue might be distribution up here. Something a few more markets may solve. These all seem to be stable. So, food. Use a second type of food. It's going full. A little worried this neighborhood is going to start devolving. I'm going to move this. Actually, I don't need to move that engineer's post. Just replace it. You get meat. He's getting furniture. He's getting oil. Oh, I am losing quite a lot of money. Alright, let's turn on... that's what's tanking my prosperity. Is I'm just bleeding money left and right. So... let's actually start taxing people. I haven't taxed anyone yet. I am importing oil, but that isn't the problem. The bigger problem is that I haven't been taxing anybody. So I can fairly easily turn on the old taxation machine. So we'll put a forum here. Put a forum there. Just gotta put down a few forums, and we could start taxing. Preferably by deleting some less evolved housing. I'll go to these casas. And up in here, is there anywhere I can squeeze in a forum without deleting a house? Not really. Alright, I guess delete that guy. Alright, so let's go and turn on taxation. People love me. Great. So let's go with 10% taxation. We eat more than we produce. That could be an issue. Aha! That was a pig farm. Although I think we're eating more... we seem to be eating more of everything. Okay, so let's replace that with pigs. Anywhere else I can squeeze in an extra farm. Well, I don't need all of these houses here. So we can kind of do a double purpose there. Put another farm. wheat farm. Okay, we'll see if that helps with our food issues. As well as our money issues. Let's go take a look at commerce. Okay, everyone's getting taxed. Should help our money situation. These Grand Insulae should be paying pretty good taxes. Prosperity rating is rising, apparently. Okay. Have risen. Okay. These guys are all turning into Grand Insulae. Beautiful. Some gardens may help. There we go. Need access to a barber. Just toss a barber over here. Get rid of those little 1x1s. Might even be able to evolve that guy by putting an oracle over here. Nope, that didn't do it. Uh-oh, we now have a bit of unemployment. May have been a little too eager to trim back housing. This guy's going to be served by water. They will. Okay. Okay. So we should see prosperity start to rise. If we just let things run here, we should be okay. Ooh, unemployment has dropped quite a bit. I wonder if it's demographic shifts that are hitting me. How are we doing? Prosperity is rising. Favor is dropping, probably because it's taken me too long to meet the mission requirements. Okay, so that guy evolved. That was a library. Apparently I didn't need a library there, because all these guys are still fine. Let's see, library access? Yeah, they're all getting access to the library. What about water, though? We'll put another house here. And have a fountain right there. Let's take a look at prosperity. Prosperity rating is rising. Good. I think an oracle there will survive. Is there any space up here? There's space for a few more gardens. Maybe that will be enough. So what's going on here? Okay, so we got big waves in demographics. I think a bunch of people are retiring. And that's causing my unemployment to go up. Prosperity is rising though. So we might be okay if we just carry the course. 500% time? Yeah, you're probably right. Let's see. How are we doing on funds? Well, let's just let a year tick by and then I'll go check on funds. Money looks stable. Alright. Prosperity is rising. No change expected, okay. Lack of housing. We eat more than we produce. Yeah, favor is not great, but I can just send Caesar some presents. There you go. Favor's good again. We need access to a library. Just build a library here. Okay, I think things worked better when these two blocks were hooked up. So let's hook them back up. So let's see what's going on with prosperity. It's rising. Culture, okay. Why don't we take care of the culture issue? Schools are good. Theaters, okay. What we really need are theaters. For culture. Why don't we give these tent dwellers some theaters? And that will probably take care of the culture. Okay, so now we just have to wait for prosperity to catch up. If it catches up. Landslides, okay. Oh dear. Okay, so I think I'm getting hit by demographic shifts here. So we go and take a look at demographics. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of people moving into retirement age. Okay. Health. City health is almost perfect. Uh-oh. That's not good. Almost perfect means nobody dies. So you get hit by the demographic shifts a bit harder. I'm too bad. Oh, there we go. It didn't matter. We hit the we hit the target anyway. So there we go. Glorious success. The city is not stable in the least, but it was stable enough that we made it. It only took me a few hours, but I am happy to have cleared Lugdunum without any palaces. Previously, I cleared it with palaces, so no palaces is pretty good. So what's the requirement? It's 53 prosperity. I won't be doing another map. I don't have time left today to do the next map, but I'm curious to see if I what is the max? Because I may have actually made things harder for myself by building Grand Insulae. Because I don't think I needed to. I don't think I needed to have Grand Insulae the way I did. I probably could have done it all with. Oh, where did that go? Anyway, so I think the prosperity stable enough for France. That's right. So I think the I can't remember what the prosperity factor is on Grand Insulae. Oh, actually, I have it written down right here. So Grand Insulae would at least meet a rating of 70. So I probably could have just had everyone in Large Insulae and it would have been fine. So I didn't need to have these two food types for like so much of the city. But that wouldn't have actually really been a problem. Actually, I could have contributed to a bit of the issue. So I could have actually just gone entirely wheat and had only Large Insulae, and I would have been fine. Anywho, this was fun. Yeah, that's right. You only need to achieve the goal once. Although I've beaten Lugdunum a few times, I think. But this is the only time I've done it without palaces. So that felt good. To have most of the city in good housing. I've only had a couple of tight dwellers. I'm actually curious how far, because I could actually feed these people. Let's see how far up I can evolve these guys. Oh, I'd have to bring water all the way over here. If I set out from the beginning, I could have actually fed everyone. If I had just a handful of people here fed by this one pig farm, it would have been okay. Anyway, that's going to be it for the stream. Thanks for tuning in, folks, and I'll be back on Sunday with some Lords of the Realm 2. Let's see if we can't raid anybody. Is there anyone who is streaming? JJ is streaming. So let's see, does this work? /raid. JJ. Ho ho. There we go. No? Okay. Alright. We'll do this the other way. The less polished way. So we're gonna go raid JJ Ho Ho. He is playing Diablo 2. So, and yeah, thanks again for tuning in, folks, and have a good one.